Hello iTechnology reviewers, how are you guys? I uploaded an album, a music album that I developed in the 2005-2006. You'll find on our channel 8 music video tracks, and the 9th one is a bonus track made after that album. I hope you like them, guys, because I uploaded this album. It wasn't published anywhere. I figured out I wanted to do something for you guys to show my appreciation for your support. So it's a chill out and hip hop. It's a new combined style. In those years I couldn't find any style of that kind, the hip hop combined with the chill out. When I was younger, I like to compose a lot, so I use a Korg instrument. I had an old keyboard of Korg, acoustic guitar, electric guitar. I also had a friend which is musician and came with the clarinet and made me. I told him how I wanted my instrument to sound, and he made on the clarinet, on the sax, and all the composition of this was made in the FL Studio. I'm also hoping that you will like the video composition, how it's the music videos how are made. In some of the videos I used captures, videos from our vacations, from the drone and from the cinematic cameras. And I also want to add that those audio tracks, audio composition are 100% original music creation. Guys, to continue our reviews, I bought a system which I paid in the final price 120 euros. So I bought this system to replace the Harman Kardon, which I use it as a soundbar, but it was some problems with the Bluetooth. I had audio delay. The sound, it's best. I don't have anything to say to Harman Kardon for the sound. It's a problem for the Bluetooth because it doesn't have ACC. It has SBS, that it's the first codec of the Bluetooth. It's too bad it doesn't have a aptX, because on aptX, even on ACC, you will not find a very large delay. You will not notice with your eyes, especially in aptX. It won't be a problem. The audio delay, the delay between the image and the sound. So with these TVs that don't have an audio jack out, it's a big problem, because this one has an audio out jack, but you cannot connect by wire as analog. So it's another problem. So I was telling to myself, and I bought this new system a couple of months ago when I went to Bucharest and saw in a showroom a system made, a 5.1 system with receiver, and the price was very good, but then the system was not that new. So at my company, in my studio, I made a cinema with high-res sound. For the subscribers, I have the Sony Hires front speakers, and I have the JBL center speaker and 2 satellites on the back with Denon receiver and the big AG 500-watt subwoofer. Of course, combined with that 4 meters diagonal projector, full HD projector, that it's wild. So for my clients who had 3D on their contracts, we also give a premium presentation. Now, comparing to the studio with this system, it's not that new as that one. It's not high res, it's HIFI. It's small enough that will fit your room and will not take that much space, and I made a great deal, guys, because this is HIFI system, all the components are very expensive, so I found a new deal. So all these components, guys, the speakers, the subwoofer and the receiver, were exposed on the showroom and were at the shelves, not connected to any wire. And being the last models, they made a very good discount. So the floor speakers are advertised to have from 50 Hz to 50 kHz. So technically they are high res, but they're not, because it has only one tweeter that are sounding very good, but are not with super tweeter. You can check out our other set of hours of those high-res Sony speakers. You can see another small tweeter, silk tip tweeter, that will boost the frequency and will give you those extra crisp heights. I don't know if I told you guys but on all the sound, all the components that are making the sound in that cinema, those Sony Hires speakers, those the Denon receiver, the front speaker from JBL, and the subwoofer from MAG, the active subwoofer, I paid approximately 1,500 euros. So this system for me, it's a bargain. I can't believe at what price I take it. It doesn't sound like that one. It doesn't have the power, but you don't need in an apartment where you have neighbors. You can push these systems to their limits. But what I like in this speaker is that the frequency are cut. This is in low frequencies distribute, and the mids is here, the heights are here, and it's great. And I don't know if you see, the drivers are different, are a little bit different. What I don't like on these speakers, and also on that high-res speakers from my cinema, is that the front speaker has two drivers here and here. It has an evacuation hole, but Sony, I don't know what, they didn't fit a tweeter on the middle. This one doesn't have a tweeter. As in frequency, it's been advertised to have between 150 Hz and 20 kilohertz. So realistically speaking, guys, even the high-res sound, it's a marketing effect, and it's not all true. If you are listening with special audio devices that measure the frequency of the speakers, you will see that even high-res speaker don't go after 20 kilohertz, because you know it's a limit to our human ear. And this one, they advertise being and reproducing 20 kilohertz, and what it's a problem for me is they are advertised as being a full range speaker. This one, the front one, and the small surround sound speakers on the back, and this floor speakers are not full range. I don't know why. I think it's a mistake on the Sony website. So these are the surround sound speakers. They also don't have a tweeter. They have a 7 centimeter driver, and that's it, and an evacuation hole. They don't have a tweeter, and it's a pity. I don't ask for Sony to put the tweeter on the back surrounds. And the tweeter, come on, let's be reasonable. It's not that much to put a single tweeter, especially at least in the center speaker. The specifications are 100 watts at 8 ohms. This being said, I want to show you something. I had some JBL small speakers that had great tweeters, and I took some tweeters. I don't know if you can see that, but behind this net, it's a small tweeter on a 7 centimeter drivers, and these are the surround sound. Being small, I can put wherever I want in the room without taking a lot of space. So these speakers now are sounding great. I made some electronics with some capacitor and the resistance inside. The idea is that these small things are advertised for full range, and I don't see how. And talking about the speakers, I bought another JBL center that it's awesome. It's the AC25. I like this one because it delivers you high-res sound. So for the clarity of the person who is talking when you watch a movie, you got to have a good quality center speaker. This is a high-res speaker that is not advertised at high-res, but it has a high tweeter and the ultra-high tweeter. It's the newer model of JBL, and it's sounding great, and it's quite heavy. First, let's see the JBL TD708. So I bought this system for two reasons. We have in my kitchen a good sound and the discreet and very pleasant design. If you can see it, it looks so nice with that chromey design. Use it as a portable speaker device, and you can use it as a sound bar for your TV. We had another video. We hope Samsung will hear our call and make a receiver, guys. It's a 7.1 Sony, but I use it only for 5.1. It's enough. It's not that new, it doesn't have Bluetooth like the Denon receiver in our videos that I have in my cinema. It has other thing I was looking for this TV. It has an ARC, but we will get to that. It has all kinds of analogic. You can connect your CD. You have an FM tuner that it's very good. It captures all the stations. You can connect a lot of inputs, and as outputs you can the power output, it has 7 channels, and the power output, it has 150 watts on each channel. It supports Dolby Digital, Dolby True HD, DTS HD, 96 kHz at 24 bits PCMe, and DTS 90 Dolby Logic, Dolby Digital AX, all this performance. It's not a 4K, it's only a full HD. If you are trying to decode, go through this receiver, you will get only full HD. I don't know, I didn't use 4K. I go directly with my Xbox to the TV, and the TV sends the audio signal through the HDMI in. Yes, you heard me right. It's that ARC thing. For those of you who don't know what I mean, I will tell you in a minute. It's a HDMI in that also gives out. I will explain in a second. You have an optical in that you can assign, and you have from TV an optical in also. Also a component video, I don't use it anymore, but there are persons who will. Portable in mic and auto calibration mic. You can calibrate your system. You have the front connectors left and right, and they are big, and the surround sound, it's clickable, and also the surround sound on the sideways for the 7.1. You have only one output to the subwoofer. You got to have a active subwoofer. You have audio in, audio out, and audio in from the TV. You can use it for the TVs who have jack. The majority of TV manufacturers remove the jack for a purpose. For the TVs who you still have jack, you can use audio input from the jack from RCA, and you will have directly the sound in this receiver. But what can you do if you have and you want to control with the same remote control the receiver? Well, this is, guys, the problem and the solution. If you can see here, it has a TV out with ARC, with ARC, and this is the thing. And the most important HDMI is the HDMI 3, which has also ARC, the ARC function. Well, if you don't want to use 2 remote controls, you can use one remote control to control the TV, the sound that is coming out digital from the TV to the receiver. And this is with the ARC function. The ARC function gives back, even if this is a HDMI in for the TV, it's also a HDMI out, and through the cable, the HDMI cable will give digital the sound to the receiver, and you can also control the volume up and down. And when you close the TV, it will auto close the receiver and open up. And this is a great feature. It's the single feature I was looking for on a receiver. The Denon receiver from my cinema, the other receiver doesn't have this function. So guys, here's how I paid 120 euros on this entire system, excepting the JBL center speaker, the Sony 5.0, the ELTAX subwoofer, and the Sony receiver 7.1. I found out that in that time was 50% when you buy online, and I found this system online. So I also had 2 coupons that I used online, and the total was 120 euros. So this was mind-blowing. This was a little luck, I have to admit, but I wanted to buy myself a sound bar with optical, and I found out, and I search about, I document a lot for the HDMI ARC, though that function is very important to me, and with small modifications to this entire 5.1 system will be perfect. So now guys, this is the remote control of the receiver. So I'm not using, I use it only to program it. And now when I want to turn on the TV, Simply I push the power button, the TV sent a signal to the receiver, and this is it. I have the controls, the volume controls. If you see, I'm voluming up, voluming down, and if you see here on the TV, the TV auto recognized the receiver as being in the front, and if you see here, the TV auto recognize the receiver in the HDMI, and you can switch to the TV speakers, of course, or the optical audio out. So let's put a clip. Let's put the special track. I hope you like this track, guys. We can lower the volume, we can raise the volume from the remote control, and this is what you are looking for. Only one remote control to control everything. If you only had the remote control for our politicians to decrease the corruption. So when you close the TV, the receiver auto closes with the TV. Also, the modification I made to the second speaker I bought, the JBL. This is, I take it from the cinema, this old speaker that I had there, and I put the new one into the cinema. So this is not a problem that it's the same center speaker. So click that subscribe button, because we made an upgrade to this speaker inside to the component panel, and we improve it. Click that subscribe button, because we'll publish the video for this JBL AS25C. Now the ELTAX subwoofer. Guys, the specification of this subwoofer I think are 350 watts, but I see in the back only 150 at the specifications. Let me show you. Here it writes only 150 watts. It's the Atomic A10 subwoofer, and the frequency begins from 40 Hz to 160 Hz on the crossover. And the interesting idea is that it also have an auto position that will sense the sound through the RCA, and it will auto start up when the sound senses the sound. When you leave it and when you turn off all your electronics, the receiver, it will auto turn off after 7 minutes. You can leave it on the 0 degrees or 180 degrees. Also, you have a high level input and output. So not being a premium brand, but it's a good brand. It's heavy, and the weight of a subwoofer, it's important as its sound. A light subwoofer, you cannot expect from that subwoofer to be powerful. A heavy subwoofer, you will know it's powerful. And I open up 3 times this subwoofer. First time, guys, I take out, has a net there, I take out the net, and I did some modification to the transformer, because that transformer had a humming sound that it was annoying on the night time when you are sleeping. It has a buzzing sound, or you know, the transformers being a ELTAX, not being a Sony medium brand or a Harman Kardon premium brand, you know, they put a budget, let's say, transformer, but it sounds great when you kick the bass. The bass is very powerful for this subwoofer, and I made a modification. I moved the transformer, I put some sponges on the wires, and I made a modification to this to decrease the humming with 50%, so it's big. So guys, let's make sound checks. Let's put some sound, let's kick in the bass a little bit and show you what's with these speakers, what's with the subwoofer, how is the sound. Only the 2 channels to hear yourself, Sony speakers as they sound, the floor standing speakers. Now let's put 5.0 channels, the multi-sound output, and the center speaker with the surround speakers. And now let's connect the subwoofer, guys. This is our presentation. I think the system is sounding awesome. The sound of the subwoofer, it's another important aspect. You got to position the subwoofer in a space in your room to deliver the sound from where you watch the movies, example from your bed or from your couch. So don't put it exactly near to the TV. I found a space there in my back where it pushes the sound exactly what I want. So I hope you like this video, guys. We'll make other presentation. I will show you to this speaker what improvements we made, and subscribe that button, put the notification bell to receive every update of ours. And thank you for watching, guys. Thank you again for your support. Have a great day. See you guys. Bye.